very much for joining us this evening. Your presence here tonight is a testament to the significant role that Mary Tsai-Davies has played in our community as a community builder and as a public servant. And I thank you for helping us celebrate tonight. My name is Lamothe, and I'm a program coordinator with the Glebe Neighborhood Activities Group, of which, as you know, Mary has been executive director for over 20 years. I'll admit that when the planning committee for this event first asked me to host the proceedings and to speak on behalf of the staff, I was slightly terrified. Definitely proud and excited, but actually, let's just call it what it is, mortified. I thought the other speakers are a community leader, the mayor, an MPP. What could I possibly bring to the table? What could I possibly have to say that could compare to what I'm sure will prove to be some very eloquent and moving words from some very important people? And then I thought to myself, Tim, just speak about what you know. And all I know is that Mary Tsai-Davies has been there for me my entire life. Mary was there for me when I started at the Glebe Community Centre 23 years ago in playgroup. A friendly face encouraging me to participate. Mary was there for me 15 years ago when I did PD days and after school courses, helping me make friends and learn new skills. She was there for me 13 years ago when I started volunteering for community events, offering me an opportunity to learn about giving back. Mary was there for me 8 years ago in high school when she offered me a job as a summer camp counselor, as an after-school counselor, working with children and youth and developing a strong passion for me in that sector, which remains to this day because I'm still here. Mary was there 7 years ago, writing a recommendation letter for me to my university, helping me get into a program of my choice. And she was there 2 years ago when she created a full-time position with me with this organization after I graduated university. The special and unique thing about Mary Tsai-Davies is that my story is not special or unique. The story of the child who starts at this community centre in playgroup, grows up in the after-school program and in summer camps, then starts to volunteer and finally works here is a ubiquitous story. A story that rings true for countless young adults and youth in this community. And Mary is the author of that story. Mary has created an environment that is so welcoming, so nurturing, so stimulating, and so fun that people literally do not want to leave. From the first time one walks into this center, that person is hooked. Actually, infected. It's sort of like a disease. And like the bubonic plague, for instance, this disease, which I like to call the Marionic plague, has several profound and long-lasting side effects, which may include the following. An elevated susceptibility to dressing in costume. An acute case of arts and crafts-itis. A newly developed addiction to dodgeball, an increased ability to communicate effectively with toddlers, a newly acquired aptitude at finger painting, and a newfound ability to memorize camp songs and then belt them out at higher than normal decibel levels. If we look at the increase in staffing of our after-school program, which has grown from 10 to 40 people in just a few short years, it's clear that we have an epidemic on our hands. The Marionic plague is spreading. And I assure you that if you aren't infected yet, you soon will be. It's unavoidable, so watch out. Mary, children in this neighborhood grow up wanting to work here because of you. Children grow up wanting to stick around and give back because of you. It's your tremendous leadership abilities that have cultivated this sense of belonging and which keeps us coming back. You care for each and every child who walks in through these doors, and your caring and leadership makes a difference. And so do the opportunities that you give us. Mary has an exceptional ability to provide direct leadership and supervision while also allowing a refreshing amount of freedom for us to manage our own projects and take ownership. Mary leads by example and sets a high standard for the staff to emulate, but she is also extremely trusting of our abilities, cultivating a work environment where the staff feel comfortable to make their own decisions and they feel supported by management. By setting such a high standard, she encourages excellence And by letting us get there without micromanaging us, she ensures our growth. Mary, I know I speak for more than just myself when I say, thank you, I owe you one. What you do for us on a daily basis is more than you may even realize. You give us so many gifts that it's hard to decide which one is the most amazing. Is it the leadership, the dedication, the inspiration, the trust, the opportunity, the guidance? The truth is that it's none of those things, it's you. On behalf of the GNAG staff, I would like to offer you my most sincere, heartfelt congratulations. It is absolutely without hesitation that I can say the honor is very much deserved. Please join me in applauding her. I would now like to call upon the stage Jennie, who will speak on behalf of the GNAG board and the community at large. As a longtime friend to Mary, former employee and board member of GNAG, and active community member who has worked alongside Mary on countless initiatives, it is very fitting that Jennie is here to share a few words. Come on up, Jennie.
Thank you, Tim, and good evening, friends of Mary's. I didn't go to playgroup here. It may surprise you to know that Mary Tsai-Davies was never a cheerleader. In a way, she is our community's cheerleader, always encouraging us to try new things, support others, work as a team, jump higher, and shout louder. When she gets up here, she won't need this microphone. I first met Mary in 1991 when she arrived at the Glebe Community Centre as the Department of Parks and Recreation Program Coordinator. She was 25 years old, and I was younger than I am now. Mary has had so many accomplishments that it was difficult to choose which to speak about tonight. I feel like I've just hit the tip of the iceberg. First, a bit of history. During high school, Mary worked part-time at various community centres in Ottawa in their after-4 PD day and holiday break programs. In the summers, she was a counselor at several city day camps. While a student at Western in London, she continued her work with children in programs and day camps at the Art Craft Studio at the University Community Centre, sharing ideas learned on the job in Ottawa. After graduating, she worked part-time in recreation at Dempsey, Sandy Hill, McNabb, Hunt Club Riverside, and Alta Vista Community Centres. She took the opportunity of a full-time job as program coordinator at McNabb Community Centre, where she further honed her skills. Although she had worked with the board at Action Sandy Hill, this was her first experience working with the board of directors full-time. In the past 20 years, Mary has been my co-worker, my student, my teacher, my employee, my boss, and my friend. Throughout our relationship, the common thread has been her spirit, her creativity, and her dedication. Mary feels strongly about listening to the community as a basis for programming and events at the Glebe Community Centre. She is approachable and she will always listen. She recognizes and identifies the needs of her clients through feedback and through her involvement in the day-to-day operations of the center. No job is too big or too small for Mary to take on herself. Extreme camping, anyone? Recreation for Mary is about sharing, and her generous spirit forges relationships easily. She believes in sharing resources, skills, and knowledge with other community centers across the city. Locally, she has formed numerous alliances and partnerships with neighborhood schools, churches, clubs, businesses, and business groups. Some of these locations have become satellite sites for programming. St. James Tennis Club is now a community partner with day camps on the courts in the summer and teens jamming in the clubhouse in the off-season. With a background in visual arts and dance, creativity runs in Mary's veins. Every program idea or event concept is looked at through a creative lens. Mary's dream of community theatre is now in its 10th year. It provides an opportunity for musicians, technicians, stage crew, seamstresses, and thespians of all ages to learn new skills and entertain the community at the same time. It has also provided Mary with an opportunity to act on stage and choreograph dances. Her creative approach to engaging youth has resulted in many popular programs, including Glebe Leadership, Step Up, Be in the Band, and the new Cat Squad for grades 9 to 12. Reaching out to youth is important to Mary, and she is to be congratulated for her leadership in guiding and mentoring teens through dedicated programming and for providing them with numerous employment opportunities. By serving our youth, these successful ventures have strengthened our community and are an investment in our future. There are no bounds to Mary's dedication to her job, her community, the community center, and the Glebe community. Her son Cameron was born in July and attended his first fall registration in September, which involved Mary overseeing the proceedings in this hall with a baby in one arm and a microphone in the other. Cameron also participated in the Halloween party that year from the comfort of his stroller and with a third eye painted on his forehead. After inspiring the GNAG board and working with the neighborhood for 6 years, because of a reorganization at the city, Mary was notified that she was to be bumped from her position due to seniority. The board wisely made the decision not to lose this integral part of our family and hired her on in 1997 as GNAG's first ever executive director. In her time at Glebe, Mary has worked with 3 City of Ottawa Centre directors, several mayors, some of them twice, many city councillors, dozens of school principals and store owners, 11 GNAG chairs, 200 board members, and hundreds more volunteers and program instructors. Safe to say she's probably a people person. And most of these people would say the same thing about Mary. She made me smile. For giving us all those smiles, I would like to say thank you to Mary on behalf of the boards, the volunteers, and the Glebe community. And to let her know how much we appreciate her spirit, creativity, and dedication to many, let's raise a cheer for our community cheerleader. Hip, hip.
Jennie, for your heartfelt words. I know Mary appreciates it, and we really, appreciated someone who's known Mary for so long to come and speak from the heart. So thank you so much for doing that. Next, it is my pleasure to call to the stage Mr. Yasir Naqvi, the MPP for the Ottawa Centre riding, who will present the Queen Elizabeth II Diamond Jubilee Medal to Mary Tsai-Davies.
Well, good evening, friends. So good to see so many people here today to celebrate our very good friend, Mary Tsai-Davies. I also want to, first of all, acknowledge the presence of our mayor, Jim Watson. Thank you very much for being here. And our also very hardworking City Councillor, David Chernyshenko. See, when I think of Mary Tsai-Davies, I wish I could have thought of community cheerleader. I thought, well, cheerleader, like too sexist, something like that to say. But it does kind of make sense because she's got this incredible energy. And I think of it as that she's got this extreme smile on her face at all times. And you always wonder where that energy and smile is coming from. And I think we all know, and what we're hearing today, it motivates every single one of us in our community. She is truly a community builder, and somehow she makes it look really easy. A little bit about the Queen Elizabeth II Diamond Jubilee Medal. It celebrates Her Majesty's service to Canada over the past 60 years by awarding outstanding citizens who have achieved excellence and demonstrated a commitment to the growth and prosperity of our province. This is an extraordinary way to honor outstanding Canadians of all ages and from all walks of life who have built and continue to build our caring society through their service and achievements. It acknowledges the fact that in order to build a strong country, we must first have strong communities. It is my great honor to be here today to present Mary Tsai-Davies with the Queen Elizabeth II Diamond Jubilee Medal in recognition of her dedication to the Glebe community and her commitment to improving the quality of life for Ottawans throughout the creation of cultural, social, and recreational opportunities for residents of all ages. You've heard a little bit about Mary's background. I may be repeating some of the information, but I think it's really important, especially the young ones among us, to see how somebody can galvanize a community the way Mary has done right here in Glebe. After graduating from the University of Western Ontario with a degree in visual arts and computer science, Mary began her career working at the City of Ottawa as a program coordinator for the Department of Parks and Recreation. It is clear that she has always valued the value of providing community-based recreational activities in our community. In 1991, extremely lucky for our community, that she began her career with the Glebe Neighborhood Activities Group, or GNAG as we like to call it, which almost sounds like a disease, hence it's infectious perhaps, becoming her first and only executive director in 1997. As we all know, GNAG has flourished under her leadership. In fact, the organization's operation has grown by 700% since the time she started. Different programs and stuff like that. The program offerings at GNAG have increased by 500% during the same period under Mary's leadership. I'm sure this is no surprise to many families and children here today who have benefited from the various arts, sports, and lifestyle programs currently offered by GNAG. Mary is always open to new ideas and new programming and works with the community to ensure that the activities offered by the Glebe Neighborhood Activities Group are relevant and of interest to Glebe residents of all ages and backgrounds. And once in a while, where MPPs like myself who have no background in acting or singing, call upon Mary and say, I'd like to do a little cameo in one of your shows. Somehow Mary makes it happen, which is kudos to her. You're a brave woman for giving me the opportunity to be part of the community in those ways. Mary is truly a community builder. She works hard to build bridges between local schools, businesses, churches, the Glebe Business Improvement Area, the Glebe Community Association, and of course the City of Ottawa. Community associations from across the city benefit from her leadership as she works in partnership with like-minded organizations representing neighborhoods throughout our community. In addition, she has been involved in countless activities that benefit the Glebe community as a whole, including her work with the Glebe Community Centre's Governance Committee, the Renovation Committee, Business Planning Committee, the Community Development Fund Committee. She's probably committed out, means a lot. The Glebe Cooperative Nursing School Executive, as well as with community and public art projects and various events and fundraisers throughout the Glebe. In addition to all this, as mentioned, Mary still finds time to be a devoted mother of two. They're here with Mary, Jordan Davies and Cameron Davies. We must be very proud of your mom. Yeah. Friends, I'm sure they can share some stories about Mary too. Friends, throughout her career, Mary has worked hard to ensure that the Glebe community is afforded all opportunities to expand their cultural, artistic, and recreational abilities through the provision of quality programs and activities that appeal to residents of all interests and backgrounds. She's a pillar of the Glebe community and a real community leader. She works hard to instill a true sense of community amongst residents. Her efforts have helped to create a neighborhood that is the envy of others throughout the city and one that residents are proud to call home. It is my great honor to present Mary Tsai-Davies with the Queen Elizabeth II Diamond Jubilee Medal in recognition of her hard work and dedication. I know that she will continue to serve as a role model, mentor, and leader to our community. Congratulations, Mary. Please come forward.
Yasir, we have rehearsals for Christmas Carol. I have a dance number for you. I have a speech too. You're having an out-of-body experience right now. This is too much. While I was thinking about what I was going to say this evening, I found myself asking the question, why me? What did I do to deserve such an incredible honor? This award really, I feel, is not about celebrating me, but in fact, it's about celebrating all of you. GNAG, this community center, and this neighborhood, this community. How lucky we are to have friends and neighbors who are compassionate, who care for one another, and who create a sanctuary for all of us. I believe every citizen has a fundamental right to reside in a community that is welcoming, safe, and caring. We have become an example and an inspiration to other communities across the city. I am so privileged to work for an organization that contributes to shaping the Glebe into a wonderful place to live and to visit. The saying, "It takes a village to raise a child," resonates here. We are like a giant family, and the Glebe Community Centre is our community's living room. My own children, Jordan and Cameron, they were born, educated, raised right here in this neighborhood and in this community center. And it's true, you did have a third eye on Halloween. During my career as a public servant, I have been a witness to almost half of GNAG's history. While watching it develop and mature, I've seen many families grow up. A number of our staff members are former community center participants, and some of our GNAGers are now bringing their own children here to the community center. I look on them as our future staff, and so the cycle continues. I admire the volunteers and the community leaders of this neighborhood. They have tirelessly donated their energy, skills, and talents to make this neighborhood a better place. Their sense of selflessness is inspiring and motivating. I believe that the philosophy of community serving community is integral to building a strong neighborhood. I am proud of many GNAG's outreach initiatives which allow us to share our knowledge and resources to other centers and organizations across the city. I am blessed to have all of you as part of my life. My family, my friends, my colleagues, you are my mentors, and you made me who I am today. There is nothing more important to me than to be a good mom, to be a good leader, and to be a good human being. My family has stood by me in all of my decisions. They have supported me in all of my ideas and guided me throughout all of my undertakings. My sons have been consistently understanding about my many absences and on evenings and weekends because of work. I appreciate that they continue to remind me to never give up and to always go for it. Jordan was actually coaching me in the car on the way over here. You can do it, Mom. Take a deep breath. Take a deep. Here, have another breath in it. My friends and colleagues, you have taught me that anything is possible, that there is no job too big or too small. You've convinced me that there is no costume too ridiculous, although I've had moments of hesitation, and to stay forever young at heart. You've also taught me to live by my principles and to make a difference and to give back. My gratitude is beyond words. Her Majesty has been loyal to serving the Crown and the people of the Commonwealth for 6 decades. I admire her commitment and devotion. I am deeply proud to receive this distinguished award and will continue to fulfill my obligations and responsibilities to the public. Of course, to the best of my ability. I only have 40 more years before my 60th anniversary. So if the community will allow me, I will do the best that I can. Give it my all. Tonight has been a humbling experience. Tim, Jennie, Yasir, thank you so much for all of your wonderful words, and of course, all of the kind words that everybody has said to me over the course of this year and my entire career. I admire the Queen's commitment and devotion, and I'm just so proud. As I have to pull it together. I'm also thankful for all of the emails and well wishes from family members and friends who are not able to come this evening. It has meant so much to me. I also want to take this opportunity to offer a special thank you to all of those who had a hand in organizing tonight's Jubilee celebration. I know it was a lot of work, and I cannot thank you enough for making this event so special and so memorable. Claire, let me know when it's time to put away the tables and chairs. And Mary, I got the vacuum. It's my turn, I think. In closing, I quote Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II from her coronation speech. As this day draws to its close, I know that my abiding memory of it will be not only the solemnity and beauty of the ceremony, but the inspiration of your loyalty and affection. I thank you all with a full heart.
That's the official title, folks. Who will lead us in a congratulatory toast to Mary. Jim, I'd like to express to you how meaningful your presence is here tonight. As a longtime supporter of and partner to both the Glebe Neighborhood Activities Group and Mary herself, we very much appreciate the time you've given us to help celebrate Mary's achievements. Ladies and gentlemen, His Worship, Mayor Jim Watson.
Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames and messieurs. It's a real pleasure to be here to celebrate the wonderful achievements of Mary and what she's done for this community. She and I started at the city in the same year, 1991. I was elected to the council for this area. Mary was with the city and then eventually GNAG. And the one, there are many memories I have of Mary. One is she never seems to age. She looks the same. I don't know what it is, but she has not aged. But we worked on a number of projects together, including starting the Taste of the Glebe. And every time I had to call Mary at the GNAG office, you knew that the job was going to get done. She had that reputation of getting the job done. You wouldn't have to worry, you wouldn't have to fret, you wouldn't have to think, oh my God, it's going to get done. She was there for it. Then in the work that we started with the renovation committee back with Inez Berg and Jennie and Mary and the two Marys, they traveled in packs, I think, always together. And just their common sense approach to coming up with the design that made sense for this particular building. And so it's a real honor to offer a toast. I see we're getting our glasses out for the toast. But I also wanted to thank Yasir for nominating Mary and presenting. Each MPP, as you may not know, has just 14 medals to give out in their riding. And in Yasir's riding, I think there's 130,000 people. So to be chosen one of the 14 is really quite remarkable, or 14 within 120,000, thank you, is a testimony to, I think, how we all think of Mary and the work that she has done for so many years. So it's my pleasure. It says here, they always script me well, and it says it's my distinct pleasure this evening to raise a toast in Mary's honor, but then the toast is to the Queen. But I guess you are the Queen of GNAG.